welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the previous lectures we have covered many important topics, and in today's lecture we are going to cover the velocity distribution and the average velocity, kinetic energy correction factor and the momentum correction factor. So let us start our lecture with the topic velocity distribution. Velocity distribution means the distribution of velocity in the channel. So let us suppose this is any surface of a channel over which the water is flowing, and suppose this is the free surface of a channel which is subjected to the constant atmospheric pressure. This is known as the open channel flow. So in this case we have seen that the velocity here is 0. The flow velocity here is 0, so we will write u is equals to 0 here. Okay, so, but if we move above in the open channel like this, we will see that the velocity increases gradually like this. Its velocity profile is logarithmic. It increases gradually towards the free surface, and here the velocity is equals to the free stream velocity, vs, free stream velocity. So this is the velocity distribution in case of a open channel flow. The velocity distribution follows a logarithmic path, and it is 0 at the bottom and equals to the free stream velocity at the top. Next we will see some point related to the velocity distribution in open channel flow. So the first point we will see is velocity of a flow at any channel section is not constant throughout. We have seen it that it is not constant throughout, rather than it is moving or it is increasing logarithmically toward the free surface. Okay, so next point we will see that the non-uniformity or the non-uniform velocity distribution is due to presence of free surface and the frictional resistance offered by the channel boundaries and the channel bed. So let us understand this point in a detail. So let us suppose this is any channel. I will take any trapezoidal channel here. So let us suppose this is any trapezoidal channel, and this is the boundary of the channel, and this is the bed of the channel. So if this is the free surface to which water is flowing in the channel. Okay, so in this case the velocity is not same everywhere. The velocity increases gradually from bottom to top. We have seen earlier in this figure. Okay, so if this is the free surface and this is the channel boundary, these are the channel boundary, and this is the bed slope. So the channel boundary and the bed slope offer some frictional resistance, due to which there is a distribution in a velocity, and also the free surface is subjected to atmospheric pressure, due to which it is subjected to atmospheric pressure. So it offers, so there is some resistance offered by the boundaries and the free surface. That's why the velocity distribution is not constant throughout, rather than it is increasing logarithmically from the bottom to the free surface. Next we will see the velocity of a channel for the third point. Velocity of the channel boundary is 0, while it is maximum at a certain depth below free surface. So here at the channel boundaries and at the bed of the channel, the velocity or the flow velocity is 0 because it offers resistance to the flow. And at the certain depth from the free surface, we have seen that the velocity increases logarithmically like this. So this is the free stream velocity. So it is not the maximum velocity. The maximum velocity exists at certain depth from the free stream velocity. It is said to be a umax. So it is at a certain depth or from the free stream velocity. So we have taken what is the average velocity. It is taken at, let us suppose this is the stream. We are seeing it from the side view. This is the water flowing in it. And suppose this is the depth of the stream, we are taking as y. So the average depth for the shallow river we will take at a depth 0.6 times of y. Okay, so this is for the shallow river from the free surface. But if the river is too deep, so then we cannot take the one value as an average value. We have to take the two values and find its average. So in case of a deep stream, the velocity or the average velocity is taken at a depth 0.2 times of the depth of a channel and at a 0.8 times of the depth of a channel. Okay, so by taking these two values, we can find the average of it, which is known as the average velocity for the deep stream. Next we will see what is the kinetic energy correction factor. Let us start our topic, kinetic energy correction factor. So what is kinetic energy correction factor? It is a ratio of the kinetic energy of flow per second based on the actual velocity to the kinetic energy of a flow per second based on the average velocity. So I will write here, it is ratio of kinetic energy of flow per second based on actual velocity to the kinetic energy of flow per second based on average velocity. Okay, so this is the kinetic energy correction factor and it is denoted by alpha. Okay, so I will write here, alpha will be equals to kinetic energy per second based on actual velocity to the kinetic energy of flow per second based on the average. Next we will see the formula of a kinetic energy correction factor. Alpha will be equals to 1 upon v cube into a under root of u cube into dA. So what is v cube here? V is the average velocity we have seen above here, or I can write here v average. Okay, so it will be more easier to understand. So this is average velocity and u is the small u is the actual velocity. Okay, so there are some values of a kinetic energy factor, correction factor for the different types of a flow. We will see each of them. So I will write here kinetic energy correction factor alpha. Alpha is equals to 2 for in a circular pipe of laminar flow. Okay, and alpha is equals to 4/3 for a pipe of a turbulent flow. Okay, so for a circular pipe of turbulent flow, alpha is equals to 1.543 for the parallel plate flow. Okay, so these are the values of kinetic energy correction factor for the different types of flow. Next we will see the momentum correction factor. So I will write here what is momentum correction factor. Momentum correction factor is denoted by the letter beta. Okay, so what is momentum correction factor? Momentum correction factor is a ratio of a momentum of a flow per second based on the actual velocity to the momentum of a flow per second based on the average velocity. So I will write here, it is the ratio of momentum of flow per second based on actual velocity to the momentum of a flow per second based on average velocity. If I write here, beta or the momentum correction factor will be equals to momentum of a flow per second based on the actual velocity to the momentum of a flow per second based on the average velocity. So what is the value of beta? Beta is equals to 1 upon V average square into A and the integration of U square into dA. So this is the value of a beta. V average is the average velocity and U is the actual velocity here. So there are some values of the momentum correction factor also. We will see all of them. So the momentum correction factor value beta is equals to 4/3 for circular pipe of a laminar flow, and beta is equals to 1.015 for a circular pipe of a turbulent flow. Beta is also equals to 1.2 for the parallel plate flow. So this is the kinetic energy correction factor and the momentum correction factor. So this is all about today's lecture. In the next lecture we will see the gradually varied flow, some important equation and the water surface profile of a gradually varied flow. Thank you.